Good evening and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for March 7th, 2025, Nut Time Edition. And greetings to you, Fighter, and greetings to you, Lexers. How's everybody doing tonight? Ooh. It's always interesting. Well, somebody joined me. It's Death. Hi, Death.
Hey, what's going on, Ma? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
Not bad, not bad.
I'm running around here down on the Academy trying to get all of the... No, I don't want that one. Now I don't want that one. Trying to get all of the plaques. I think I'm missing one. For the accolade.
Uh,
Oh, I don't even know what those are called.
I forgot that it was even a thing. Is
Oh,
it even
yeah.
still a thing?
Oh, yeah. It's still a thing. It's still a thing. I have no idea what these are called. I know there's 7 of them, 8 of them. Accolades are a thing. Pi was out working on his the other day. A lot of them you just acquire during the course of playing the game because there's kill accolades, there's weapons accolades, there's use V for... Well, yeah, the problem is V is also locating the Omega particles down here, Lexers. Let's see. Oh, Monster Hunter. Oh, yes, Monster Hunter indeed. I have a friend who actually took the week off so he could play Monster Hunter. You know what? I do have a list of all the accolades. But I think it's also a website. What is it? Fluffy's Accolades. Fluffy's Accolades is indeed a website. A Google stock. And... doesn't help if you don't know what you're looking for, though. Memorial plaques, and what's the other one called? Okay, that's one of them. Oh, Grandot Best has been added. These guys are good. Examine the memorial plaques in the courtyards of the Academy. Thank you. That does not help me. Let's see if we can find it up here then. Yep, wrong one. Search for the word garden. There they are. I'm missing number 7. Thank you. That does not help me. It's a Graz! I've got a Death! I've got a Graz! We're going to, by the way, be doing Romulan patrols. All of them. There it is! It's right over there. Yay, I found it. Let's see if I get the accolade. Woohoo! Got the accolade. I noticed that they did take one of the accolades out of here, or one of the plaques out of here. There used to be one over by where you see George and Gracie. And it's just marked now as to absent friends, but it used to have an interact that gave you kind of the history of one of the early devs who passed away in the first year of the game. And now it just says to absent friends. So the whole story's gone.
I'll be right back.
Sure, we'll be here. I am my lance like every other Monster Hunter game, which is a giant pokey stick with a shield. Yes. I don't play other games. I don't have any time in my life for anything besides Star Trek Online and occasionally walking the dogs and eating food. Occasionally on those. Let's see. So I'm still in the process of going through all of these ships, but they're getting done. Let's see. That one, thank you. We have currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 ships to go. That's it, 17 ships, and I'll have done all of them on this tune. 1 down, 51 to go.
So close.
Some of them have done a lot of them, but not all of them, because a lot of times I'll get a ship and just never take it out of the box, so to speak.
Yep.
Why, Lexers? Because it's there to be done. Good evening, Mr. Dave. I'm a completionist, Lexers. I need to know that things are done. Oh no, it's not about traits. It's about getting them done. My avatar, it was a gift from Ed and, oh God, who else gave that to me? One of the other German players. Come on. Tibby. Ed and Tibby gave it to me.
At least they didn't put you in a red shirt.
It's because I've got the yellow and black hoodie and I used to wear it all the time. And so when I used to do, when I occasionally still do this live, so those are my glasses, my headset, my at that time blue and purple hair. My hair is now purple and orange. We've changed color schemes, and my hoodie that I always wear, because my husband refused to buy me a red and black hoodie.
Well,
I mean, he cares.
I don't know how stupid someone was, but someone had placed a Mark II ISOMAG phaser on the exchange.
For how much?
Give me a second here.
It's a raid! It's a Jazzy Cat! Yay! Hi, Jazzy Cat!
Okay. One was for 1.5 million. The other was for 2.5 million.
Some people are not real smart.
Yeah.
Or they weren't thinking.
Yeah. I think they were trying to probably go for 14.5 and 15 million. Because they forgot to add an extra zero.
So if it says phaser, it's for phaser damage, correct?
Second?
If it says PHA, it's for phaser damage, correct?
No, it's if it says PHA, that's for phaser resistance.
Okay, thank you. Because I was going to say this is cheap. What is it then for the actual thing? I mean, there's one here for Tetrion damage for 24,000. I probably should get that.
Yeah, if you're needing Tetrion, pretty much they're one of the ones that you want to go for.
Let's see if I don't have any space. Oh, I don't have any space. No wonder I can't buy it. Here we go. I'm going to buy that Tetrion.
But pretty much the ISOMAG phaser. So it says phaser.
Mm-hmm.
Not PHA. I bought it because I had the cash. It was like 1.5 million and 2.5 million. I think they forgot to carry the zero.
Yeah.
Right now.
Jazzy Cat, go get rid of your headache, please. Please, please, please. Headache's not good.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh. I'll say this. With one or two Omega quality upgrades, I can make that epic at level 3.
And let's see. Hey, what's the hell? It looks like the exchange is down. That's interesting. So what's the hell was saying that Jazzy was telling us about vaccines? Okay, that's an interesting topic. Space eBay is bugged. Apparently so. I went up there, I was looking at ISOMAGs, and there it goes. It was just not letting me do a search. Let's see if it's back there. Oh, and those Tetrions are gone. I get kicked off for a moment, and everything's gone. Let's see if there's anything left there. So plasma torps, interesting. So they get nice and specific. I don't do a lot with toys. People
you're needing Tetrion, right?
No, it was just I saw there was a Tetrion, and I have a Tetrion build, so if I saw it and it was dirt cheap, I'd get it, but I don't care.
Yeah, well, there's some Mark IIs on there for I would say go for the ultra rares.
Oh, I'm not going to worry about it too much at this point.
Okay,
I've got some sitting around. It's just if there was something on there that was cheap, I'd get it. I'm into cheap things. Deal exchange down to 9.1 was almost 12 before the vanity thing went live. Is it 1,400 hours, Satalia? New? Not here. Not on this part of the planet. 1,900 here. All right. Do you guys want to do something? Like, go do the Romulan space patrols? Because what the heck?
Oh, okay.
It's a thing to do, and I get to go shoot at stuff, and that just makes me happy. Well, apparently... Oh. Whoa, hold on. Who got COVID? What the hell? Did Jazzy get COVID? Ugh, darn it. Sorry to hear that. I worked at a company until just recently that was involved in the destruction of biologically contaminated stuff like, sponges and gauzes and anatomical parts, and would process tons and tons and tons of this stuff, and that meant that we went into the hospitals a lot. So of course we had the option to be fully vaccinated against everything. I mean everything. It was free. One of the company gifts to us was, if there was a vaccine out there, they would provide it for us. Greetings, Sushi.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you?
Very good. How are you doing?
Oh my god. Thank you. Being here.
Oh, you're always welcome. Everybody's
And-
welcome here.
Oh, nice. I hope you're well. Hope you're well.
Oh, I am well, indeed. We were just talking about vaccines, and I was just mentioning that my former company let us get vaccinated for everything. So I got vaccinated for everything every year. And
Oh my god. Sorry, I have to go. Baba.
bye. Well, that was interesting.
I mean,
Right.
life,
The upshot is I never got sick from anything, but I'd have my coworker who got the same vaccinations and got everything. Every year. They had COVID like 6 times. So I have no idea whether vaccines work or not, or if some of us are just more resistant than others.
Well, there's a difference between a vaccine and a cure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, pretty much a vaccine does not guarantee that. Pretty much what it does is it boosts the immune system. You can still get the item that you're vaccinated against.
You have,
But
in theory, it should prevent you from getting it, or if you get it, reduce the severity of it.
yeah,
That's the theory.
well,
And then there's reality.
the one that I kind of like to, that I can't remember, is the guy who pretty much, I don't remember the guy's name, but he kind of helped develop the theory of vaccines.
Yeah.
He was studying smallpox,
Oh, yeah.
and he noticed that a particular demographic
Yes.
in various towns and stuff
Yes.
was hit at least by some smallpox.
Women
Yeah.
who dealt with cattle
Yeah,
didn't get smallpox.
They still, they actually did still get it. It's just that
Their severity was far less, and it's because the pox that they did get while working with cattle, cowpox, is so closely related to smallpox that they basically got a boost to their immune system due to the
right.
similarity.
And the way I kind of view it is, cowpox and smallpox are two military forces that pretty much have very similar tactics,
Yeah.
and the body would, hey, didn't cowpox use that tactics? Yeah. Okay, so we know. Let's do this and this and this, and they just the body pretty much steamrolls cowpox.
Yeah.
smallpox. I mean, sorry.
Yeah, well, once it has a cowpox, then it doesn't see smallpox as being a huge thing. The thing is, I'm going to say that was Lister, and I could be wrong, but I want to say it was Lister who did that. Do you know the odds of him having to that he got smallpox and cowpox, two very similarly related ones, but out of all the viruses out there, there's not a lot that are that similar, and that's the one he hits on. What are the odds? I mean, it's just like right person, right place, right diseases. If he'd been, in a country that didn't have that number of cows or people dealing with cows, he would have never put it together.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes some of the stuff out there is like, there has to be some divine hand possibly involved here.
You gotta wonder sometimes. And then, of course, we have modern flu, where so many of the current strains are very, very similar, but if you get vaccinated against one, it won't do diddly against another. So they always guess, well, we think it's going to be this one this year, so we're going to make all the vaccines against that one. Satalia also needs 30 Terran ships in the battle zone. Gah! Satalia, battle zone. You and battle zone. But we'll get your 3 destructible torpedoes out of the Romulan stuff. Well, so while we're talking about cowpox, smallpox, vaccines, germ theory, and all that good stuff, let us head our butts over to, what's the first one? Japori. We'll start with Japori, over in the Romulan sector. And yes, you have to take yourself over there. I think we can just do them right down the line. I wonder if Sushi left us because we're talking about vaccines. That would be very depressing.
Yeah, there are a few anti-vaxxers out there.
That's fine. You can be an anti-vaxxer as much as you want.
Yeah, and I'll say this. That could be illegal, but I'm not going to say there is. It's possible that maybe a few, 200 million, maybe have some adverse reaction to something. But then again, hey, I know that I can be wrong at times.
It's Wolf Grey raiding us with a party. So, Satalia, the shortcut over to Japori is to go to New Romulus, and the easiest way to go to New Romulus is to go to Sphere of Influence. Ankhimos. I hope I'm saying that right, but greetings. Welcome aboard. Ooh, Wolf Grey raided us with a big party. Wow. Thanks. Icy Kitty. Pledium. Ooh, mysterious dark liquid. Here it is. This is the mysterious dark liquid today, Graz. Do you want to know what it is?
Sure.
It's tea. But it's dark. Wow, Dalinar, Kitty Low, Feshuin.
Okay.
Yes, it's an
episode.
It is. Oh, what should it be for doing Star Trek Online?
Earl Grey?
It is Earl Grey. How amazing is that? Satalia, yes, that's an episode. It is in the Solanae Dyson, the Solanae arc. It's the first episode. So if you're watching Twitch, it is episode Solanae Dyson Sphere, very first one called Sphere of Influence. And accept the mission, and you can use a shortcut to New Romulus. But just stay outside New Romulus. The A is long. Palladium? Pleiadium? Wolf Grey, you're always welcome here. Everybody's welcome here. Pleiadium. Well, everybody, thank you so much for the first time chats. Welcome aboard, and thank you for bringing the little Moopsie with you. And thank you very much for that. By the way, here we go.
Moopsie.
Have a little Moopsie with us. I see Kitty. Thank you so much. And yes, the Moopsies are adorable. I had to hide my Moopsies. The girls got... Ooh, Kilo gave me a follow, too. Thank you. My girls got my big Moopsie and kind of tore him up a bit, so I had to stash the other Moopsie. Hi, Rachel. No, don't. Oh, Beshuin. Everybody's giving me these follows. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Pleiadium has given me a follow. Cetalia, do not enter the new Romulus system. Instead, if you click on M. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you click on M, to the southwest of New Romulus is the Japori system. It's right there. Holy moly, thank you. Thank you for all the follows. You're all amazing. And
You could also just click on one of us and hit follow.
Yep, you can do that too. Let's tell you, it's right behind me. Stasis Void. That's a cool name, Stasis Void. Thank you. Well, thank you all very much. I'm your fodder? Okay, that's really good. I was just listening to an interesting thing about Disney World, and the discussion and what seems to be happening right now is everybody knows down at Disney World they've got the Star Wars experience thing that's all very focused on the last 3 movies. And they are now looking at switching it to the original trilogy, making it very Luke, Leia, and Han Solo oriented. Damatra, thank you for the follow. Drink something. I am drinking something. Oh, now I've got what's the hell. Okay, since I have to do the tea for Graz, we are going to do this one for what's the hell. Wow, you guys are amazing. And we are currently drinking a mix of Relight and amino acids in water. Mmm. Which I will tell you tastes pretty awful. And I'd say it was because I was lifting today, but I wasn't lifting today. Let us launch Japori, but I'm going to make this a little more interesting. Oh, I am on advanced. Okay. I'm entering Japori. Ooh, Slingo subscribed. Wow. Thank you.
Priority clearance recognition.
Thank you so much for the sub. So the drinks tonight are Earl Grey, Relight, and I have a strawberry peach liqueur for later. My description is not super appealing, what's the hell, but I was lifting today and my trainer is just kind of giving me grief about it. Wow, you guys are all these follows. What am I going to do? It's an Id. Hi, Id.
Hello.
How are you doing? I was thinking about you today. Oh, Slingo's also drinking Earl Grey.
Doing okay. Had an adventure or two.
Is that good or bad?
Some good, some bad.
Okay. I wound up with many bags of Earl Grey because I've been perfecting my Deca tea loaf recipe, which requires Earl Grey. Well, Slingo, I'm going to tell you, wine isn't a bad thing when you're playing Star Trek Online either. As long as you're at home and you can just kind of fall over when you've had sufficient quantities of it. Deca tea loaf from, the Bajorans from the winter event. I've been working on my Star Trek Online cookbook. And it's not the first recipe I've perfected. I've got a couple others. But I have Deca tea now. Blood wine.
Which sorry.
Go ahead.
I was trying to remember which of the Cardassians was the drunk.
I don't know.
He would always be in scenes at Quark's drinking Kanar, and they're like, it was supposed to be this one thing, but it just kind of turned me into a drunk.
Wow.
Morn?
It wasn't Morn.
No,
Morn's
it was a Cardassian.
Oh.
Shayla Thunderbird said, I had Kanar with Damar. Ankimus says, sorry to fall and run. Been having computer issues tonight. There's something in the air for computers tonight. We're going up to, let's do Korea, which is just to the east of New Romulus. It was Damar. Okay, everyone's saying it's Damar.
Okay.
Yep. It's Deka, D-E-K-A-T loaf. And apparently it was a thing for the Bajorans to eat, especially for the women who had been conscripted as comfort women. Who could...
Like Kira's mom.
Could be. Although I will tell you, my recipe is really good, and I can see where it would be a definite comfort. Except I've made 3 loaves of it now, and I'm kinda... Oh, Akamar. Akamar is interesting. I didn't mean to go to Akamar. I meant to go to Korea. Nope, we're not doing Akamar. I'm sorry. I went in the wrong system there. Don't go to Akamar. Doc Jude says, who could afford to be an alcoholic in Quarks? That's a really good point. Doom Turtle says, hey, I thought only I flew the ship. Which ship? Yes, Stasis Void? Oh, do you mean the Rizian one I'm flying right now? Yeah. No, I like the Rizian ships. But what's happening is this is a relatively new tune on my oldest account. So I have every single event ship. And I am leveling them all, gosh darn it. Well, Rachel, I always party at home because I don't have anyone to drive me home anymore. And I'm not about to drive my car someplace and take an Uber home. That's a good way to not have a car when you get back the next day.
Right.
Yeah, it's drinking and driving's not a smart thing to do.
I can tell you stories about drinking and walking not being a smart thing to do.
Yeah. Throw in a something that weighs a ton. Yeah. You're pretty much. Let's just say they're not words sufficient for me to describe my hatred for people that drink and drive.
I don't like people who drink and drive, including me.
Yeah, I got hurt by one of those in 2009.
Yeah, that's... I don't ever want to do that.
2016 for me. Gamma Eardon? Is that another one?
Yeah, I am Dundee. Pleiadium has been invited to the party. Well, sent him a friend invite, and I'm going to invite him to the party, so give him a second to catch on. Where are you? There you are. Alright, we got a friend joining us. You are invited to the team. We are now going to hit, Gamma Eridon. One time I drove home on a bike, fell onto a fence, and had to pay for a broken fence. Ugh. So I won't say that I was drunk per se, but back in the day I used to work in Lansing, Michigan. East Lansing, Michigan to be precise. At a hospital, and we would drive in on Sunday afternoon, and we'd stay in that location for 3 or 4 days working at the hospital. And my friend and I would, at least once a week, go to the local theater and, watch a movie, and then we'd have dinner and a couple of beers, because we could walk back from the theater back to the hotel. We didn't have to drive. Well, I guess I had 1 beer too many on the way back, and I fell into a hole that they had dug to put in a new telephone pole. It's just like, jeez. And that's the last time I even went drinking and walking. Oh, Doc Jude, drinking and driving is no different than those people who shoot up in the air on holidays. That medal is going to come down somewhere. Yep. Yep, indeed.
Yep. I'm from Texas. It happens.
Oh yeah, I'm from Chicago. It happens. Or I'm from Indiana. It happens. Or fill in your state. I'm sure Graz can do. I'm from Oklahoma. It happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I told you about my ex's classroom, right?
Yeah.
There was they found a slow leak in the fire suppression sprinklers.
Yeah.
Turned out there was a 9mm round just piercing the that was like right above her desk. It's like
Oh yeah. We have stories. Veshuin says, Florida, bullets and far worse come down. Yep. Chicago, far worse things than bullets come down. But that's a different story. Somebody once said, Chicago, we're used to terrible things falling out of the air. Airplanes, snow, whatever. Rachel says, my last was when I was a kid. We got drunk and wanted to get home fast. We decided to, on a shortcut through a graveyard, I fell into a grave that was freshly dug. Oh, lovely. Jump on in there, Hetch. Just jump in when you get here. And just shoot stuff. We're very informal here. Shoot things. And Satalia, let me know if you get your 3 torpedoes. Because one of them, at least here, has torps. I don't get freaked out by graveyards, to be honest. Water, creeks, that kind of thing. Yep, heights, yep. Good, Sally got her 3. Well, apparently I got 2 accolades for that. I have no idea what for. Well, that was easy.
Oh, Warp Core Breach killed me.
No! No! Let's see. Is Nequencia in this? I think Nequencia is in this one. I haven't done Nequencia in a long time. Should we try it?
Okay.
I have no idea what's up there anymore. I usually just do Korea and Japori because they're easy and they're close. Satali says, I need to tell you my cemetery story. Okay. Oh, we have to do Starbase 239 also. We missed that one. We'll get it. We'll come back to it. Back in the day, before we had patrols, this was one of our Friday night things, was to do all of the Romulan patrols, just to level up ships. Which tells you how many years ago that was.
Which one are we doing now?
Nequencia.
Okay.
If it ever loads. I'm going to tell you, drinking electrolytes just is horrible. It tastes just awful. Jump on in when you get here. We don't stand on ceremony. Well, nowadays you can hassle the Kazon on Argala for swift leveling. Yes, you can, especially if you get like Taz or somebody with a lot of guns going in with you, especially on a sorry, is it Mark's weekend? No. It's an XP weekend. Then you can just level them with one run. Run back, change ships, do it again, go back, do it again. Pleiadium and Cetalia, jump on into Nequencia. We will wait for you. And Rachel was helping us level ships the other night, so it's just been like getting through all these ships. As I said, 1 down, 51 to go. Oh, yep, we'll jump into the system because I don't see you here.
I think it separated us.
Oh, it's separated? That's weird. Oh, you know why? It's because this has got a merchants thing with it. Do we want to do merchants or do we just want to shoot things?
Good things.
Two things.
Okay, let's leave this one. This isn't a fun one. We have to actually do work here. Ugh. That's why we don't do Nequencia. None of this working stuff. That's probably why I don't do Akamar anymore either. Well, let's see what's next after that one. We did Gam Erdon. We didn't do Starbase 239. Glorndon Core. If I remember right, Glorndon Core is the one where we've got the Gekli. I think.
Let's go take a peek.
And that's got a lot of shooting things. Just out of curiosity. Oh, that's interesting. We've done 3 patrols here, and my ship has gone from 1.3 to maybe 1.4 in terms of XP.
Yeah, because these suck for XP now.
They do. Probably should make this harder and put it on Elite, because this is pretty dang easy. And I can tell I don't do it a lot, because it is taking forever to load it. Then again, I probably shouldn't complain too much about Nequencia and Akamar requiring you to do things other than shooting, because every now and then I start moaning and groaning about all we ever do is pew-pew, and you don't get to do negotiations or exploration. And as soon as we get one of those, it's like, ugh, no pew-pew.
Yep, sounds accurate.
Pleiadium, we're over in Glorndon Core if you'd like to join us. Once we get done with these, we can go pick some major pew-pew.
How are the puppers?
The puppers, Fifi had to go to the vet because I got a call from the vet saying she has to come in. So I took her in. They're like, why are you here? Because you told me to be here? Oh, is anything wrong with her? No. Well, okay, we'll take her temperature and weigh her. Thinking I didn't need to do that. But okay, fine. All right, Gekli, move your butts. Did anybody ever go to the Star Trek experience in Vegas?
I was never lucky enough to go.
I was there a lot, but for the life of me, they had a Gekli-like creature that, well, the premise is you wind up on a shuttle, and you have to help get everybody back to modern-day Vegas. Long story. Long story, fun story, but that was the premise. And
That was the time delay, time displaced one, right?
well, somehow you wind up getting transported from the experience onto the Enterprise,
Yep.
and then they had to bring you back to Earth via a shuttlecraft.
Yep.
But they had
Riker,
Yeah.
Riker and
Geordi.
were involved.
Yep. And Picard's voice, but voice only. But they had something like a Gekli, and I cannot for the life of me remember what the name of it was. For as many times as I was there, I cannot remember it. Oh no, no, Satalia. No. No, 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 no. So one Halloween, this is from Satalia, I was walking home, and the way home passed by a cemetery. As I passed, a coffin rose from the ground and started following me. I got scared and started walking faster. The coffin kept pace, even when I started running. So I finally got an idea. I reached in my pocket, grabbed a cough drop, and threw it at it. The coffin stopped. Thank you, Satalia.
Ooh.
This has insufficient pew-pew in my mind. We need additional pew-pew. Shorksy Ever. Hello, my in-game name is it and is my address. I play a long time this game and have many ships high level. You are always welcome to join us, even if you've played this game for 5 minutes and you have no ships of high levels. We don't care. We love you for playing the game.
One of us. One of us.
One of the ship, one of the crew.
No, goodies is not allowed. Unless there's a lot of rum involved.
There could be. Oh, no, there couldn't be. We'd have to limit ourselves to a lot of gin involved. I don't have any rum in the house at the moment.
No, it's either rum or bourbon.
I
Gin
got
and
whiskey.
goodies. No, bourbon. Gin, pretty much anything.
Hey.
Yeah, goodies and non-bourbon, non-rum do not mix.
Love good bourbon. I hate bad bourbon. Well, I'm going to send you a friend invite, just so we've got more friends in the game. Life is short, friends are long. Oops, that didn't copy right. No, that part. I want that part right there. That part. There you go. I have sent you a friend invitation. So two nuns are driving in Transylvania and a vampire jumps out in the road. So the driver nun says, "Quick, show him your cross." Second nun hangs out the window and yells, "Get out of the road, you toothy git." What is bad bourbon? Oh God, do I have to tell you what bad bourbon is? Let's do Narendra. Then we can hit Archer. What is bad bourbon? Bad bourbon is what my father-in-law used to drink. I can't describe it. It's just tastes awful. Come on. Weren't we going... Yeah, no, stop. Stop, ship. Stop. It decided it doesn't need to go to Narendra. Why? What? Oh, that's fine. My ship's being stupid, or I am. No. Bad bourbon just... Doc Jude, first hint, it comes in a plastic bottle. Okay, that is a good hint. Come on. Why? There we are. Well, it's like wine in a box. Pleiadium, we are at Narendra if you want to jump in here and shoot stuff up with us. It's interesting. I had a coworker once who actually bought and drank boxed wine. He's the only person I know of who does that. I have a friend from Australia who was mortally offended that I had never had French champagne in my life. She's like, we are drinking French champagne. It was fine. I don't have the palate to appreciate it. But what the heck she was buying, so I'm not going to say no. I think she would have cried if she'd seen boxed wine. Do we want to do Archer?
Totally your call.
Well, to be honest, this is kind of easy. This is kind of boring. I think we need to do something more fun.
Your lead.
Yay. Wahahaha. Let's do these.
Gravity sucks.
No, I'm not that stupid. I'm Your Father says, almost like drinking Mad Dog. Hey, Mad Dog had a time and a place. It wasn't quite down there with Annie Greensprings, but it was definitely down there. What was it? James and Bartle? Bartle and... what was that one?
It's James.
Bartle and James? The soda pop wine cooler thingies?
I think so. It's been a while.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be Zima.
Oh, God. No. Okay, you're right. You're right.
It was like drinking alcoholic Sprite.
No, it was like drinking alcoholic sweat socks is the best description I had for it. Ugh. Fartles and James, thank you, yes. Or Fartles and Dames.
The funny thing was, at the time, at least in Texas, as it was a malt beverage, you didn't have to be 21 to get it.
Oh, lovely. What were we talking about doing today? We were talking about something. Let's see. Champagne can get screwed. A few years ago, they made the county of Champagne a few hectares bigger, can make more champagne now. MD 2020 was great back in the day when all you needed was a note from your folks to buy it. Yeah, no, not from my folks. What were we talking about earlier? We did that one last night. Did that this morning. You know what? We'll do that one. No, we did that the other day. There we go. We'll do that one.
If I say the name Earl Harbinger, does anyone know who I'm talking about?
I do not. Weewoo?
Wee-woo.
Earl Harbinger.
Yeah, we will.
I do not know Earl Harbinger.
Okay, he's a character.
Okay.
The book series that he said is Monster Hunter International.
Okay. Stasis Void said that. Very good. Somebody recognized it, but not me.
Yep, you're right.
If you take me outside my comfort zone of Star Trek Online and Warhammer 40k, forget it. Lost.
He's a chain-smoking werewolf.
Interesting. There we go. And a Minotaur leather bomber jacket. Warhammer 40k is a comfort zone. Yes, what's the hell? Warhammer 40k is a comfort zone. Absolutely.
He's currently the only puff non-applicable werewolf. Translation is there are monsters in the book series that if you kill them, you get a decent amount of money.
Jim Turtle. Harry Dresden is Jim Butcher, right?
Enemy ships approaching. On an attack vector.
The author? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Isn't there a new book out by him right now? Just came up in my feed today.
More bad news.
Oh, shoot, what am I? Engineering. Well, I guess I'm not going to be doing any satellites.
Okay, so Hatch, Pink, and myself, Cause. Second wave of activations.
Yep.
Would be us.
Yeah, I'm going to just not go anywhere near a satellite on the second wave. Most Warhammer stories could end with, and then they were subjected to unending suffering until they wished for death, and a few years later they finally died. Yeah, that would kind of cover it. But you gotta admit, the Horus Heresies are amazing. But I'm a Caiaphas Cain person myself. Give me some Caiaphas Cain.
Now, here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I know a little bit about 40K, but pretty much all the Primarchs are male, correct?
They are, yes, absolutely.
Now, I saw on TikTok a guy said that you could, at least in head canon, do a female Primarch.
You could.
You could have it where the Emperor knew that the Horus Heresy was coming.
Mm-hmm.
This female legion got decimated, and the Emperor told them, go back to your homeworld, rebuild, and he pretty much kind of mind wiped everyone of them and their location. This is what the guy kind of said. So
You could build headcanon for it pretty easily.
Wasn't there like a Sisters of War
Yeah,
or something like that?
there's
in there
Sisters of Battle. Yeah, nuns with
Yeah,
guns.
that's it.
So, in 40K, yeah, you've got the Adeptus Sororitas, which are the Sisters of Battle, but they don't have a Primarch of their own in the original canon. You also have in Age of Sigmar the other female fighters. I'm trying to think of what their name is, and I've got the whole army sitting over there on my counter. Gosh darn it! Who are the Age of Sigmar fighters? The women. Son, my son, if you were on here, give me that answer, because I can't remember it. Fine, this
Oh,
could make me nuts.
there's Dark, and then there's 40K Dark.
It's not the Skaven. Come on. Good, it's just not being... Daughters of Cain. Thank you, the Daughters of Cain. Well, the Sylvaneth have got females in it, yes, but... Daughters of Cain was where I was going with that one. Plus they have better models. Sylvaneth are nice, and I've got a few, but... I know more 40K than I know Age of Sigmar, but my son keeps giving me Age of Sigmar books. Trying to get me current on that lore. If I ever get everything unpacked from my house, which still hasn't happened, I will get back to doing all the models. I've got boxes and boxes of models that I picked up over the years and have not finished. So I'm your fodder. As you walk into my house on the right side as you go up the stairs, you'll see all of my Pacific Rim stuff. If you stay in the main room, you've got all the Star Trek stuff for the posters and movie posters. And I still have to do... The bedroom is somewhat dedicated now to Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, is there any news on Cavill doing a 40K series?
Yeah. What do you need to know? He wants to do it. They've gotten the go-ahead from... Who are they doing it with? Netflix? Warhammer World is totally behind it. But I don't have dates for you if that's what you're looking for.
I'm kind of like Netflix has already screwed up one Cavill series. I'm like, don't give Netflix.
Yeah, but I think Cavill wants to come in as executive producer on it.
Okay. Pretty much he's making the majority of the decisions then?
Yeah. CJ Harlow, thank you for the follow. Well, I mean, you go and you talk to him, and this is a man who's genuinely passionate about his Warhammer. An old school Warhammer.
Satellite upgrades are now available.
Okay, I'm not going to touch any satellites. I'll just stay here and look pretty. But he's an old school Space Marines guy, which surprised me. I thought he might go for, like, Grey Wolves or something like that. If I was Cavill, I'd be very reluctant to have anything to do with anything with Netflix. He is Custodes. Okay. But getting back to, so I've got each room in my house is dedicated to a different hobby. The upstairs library will be all my books and all my Warhammer models. Excellent. I thought he said that he was a Space Marines guy, which makes sense, but Custodes, very cool. And I have no secret special information about it yet, but if I hear anything officially, I'll let you know. A few boxes of unbuilt Star Trek models, then 3D printed ships, and models scratch built from foam. Nice! You are more creative than I. Or more talented, or both.
I'll take beta.
Ooh, don't die, money. Ah! Too late.
I'm gonna bounce.
Okay, well, thank you for stopping by. Let me know what's going on in your life.
A good one.
If I ever get my backyard cleaned up, I'll send you a picture of what the house looks like.
Hit the peppers for me.
I will. I will send you an updated picture of them since they've both lost some weight finally. They're not happy about it, but it happened.
Yeah. You know what? You know what they say about treats.
Give me more of them?
Yeah, that's why you lose weight, so you can have more treats. Speaking of, I donated plasma yesterday.
How did you?
Yeah, I'm down at 329.
Amazing. Yeah, I saw the picture of you. You look great.
Yeah. I'm going to head to bed.
Okay, well, get some rest. Well, if we're going for books, Thousand Sons are probably my favorite army in book. But when you get the models, they're kind of boring. No, attacked again. And I'm out of fixes. Oh, gosh darn it. It's the way it goes. Your wife plays Thousand Sons. Excellent. So remember when I was saying I used to work in Michigan? I'd have to drive the 6 hours to Michigan every Sunday. And I had dozens of Warhammer novels as audio tapes. And so I would listen to Warhammer, Thousand Sons, Horus Heresies, all the stories as I'm driving around the country. But there's one character that I think only gets covered in a few books, but is a great character, and it's Garviel Loken. That is a character I would like to see more of.
Oh, there's can't remember the guy's name, but there's a general, human general that the orcs just they hate him, but they also admire him.
Okay, wow, I can't figure that one out.
Pretty much, he lost his arm, and he somehow he got found his robotic arm and slapped it on, and the orcs believed it would work for him, and it did.
You're. That's not Caiaphas Cain, is it? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Oh, Yurick. Because I think Caiaphas Cain has prosthetic fingers, but I don't think he had a whole arm. I didn't mean to hit that button.
Can we get any more? Can we get 25 dreadnoughts before match ends?
Yeah, only if I can kill this one really quick here. Come on, die. Die, ship. Die. 18 seconds.
Shield generator output is 50%.
Yes. Is that good enough for you?
Did it! They're leaving. Well done. We'll continue to ready our defenses.
Luna Wolves. I do not know Luna Wolves at all. There's just so many books. Though, last trip out to London? 2 trips ago to London, I spent a day going up to Nottingham to just hang out at Warhammer World, Forge World, and go hiking around and look at everything. The museum, as they call it, which is all of the models that they've crafted for various issues of White Dwarf, is amazing. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, okay,
Sebastian Yarick.
There you go, Satalia. Thanks. You're more than welcome. I have to zip back here to Sol to fix this ship a bit. It's getting beaten up. I have no heals left. So give me a moment to fix this, and then we can pick something else. And we have room if somebody wants to join us.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop out too. It is food time. So
Food time, yes, yes.
Yes, it is. So you guys have a good one, and we'll see you when we see you.
Take care, Death. Thanks for joining us. It was great to have you on board.
As always, thanks for having me.
My pleasure. What level am I? On this tune, 65. Well, actually, on almost all my tunes, 65. Joy of leveling all your tunes. 41, you should be able to join us for some stuff. Take a look at that. No, not patrols. We could put you in patrols. No, 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 no. Don't do that, Mom. Don't do that. Hit the wrong button. Aww. 13 so little. It's so cute. What's this one up to? Wow. All of that and got up to 2.8. It's pathetic. Ah.
So many simple minds, so little time.
Oh, goody! I got more marks. Just what I need. Yeah, this is definitely not a fleet mark or a marks bonus weekend at all. You need to do advanced patrol from the TFO button and do rescue and research. Rescue and search, wanted, Argala. All of those are great for quick leveling. So as I was saying earlier, this morning, last night, we were doing, Rachel jumped in and helped me do some leveling and a few other people, and we were just zipping through them all, doing things. Hence, we went through like 5 ships yesterday. Do I need that? Let's see. Let's do that way. Good enough. So Slingo. Next time they've got a upgrade, or sorry, an XP weekend. You do the ship leveling thing where you go off and you do patrols with somebody who's got more DPS than you do. And you let them do 90% of the work and you just stand there and look pretty. Throwing on every boost I had, I went out with one of our former players and I leveled one of my tunes on a different account from out of the academy to level 65 in 97 minutes. And I'm not the fastest one doing that. A couple other people have done it faster.
Oh, yeah. Right now is a good time to get those XP boosts that...
Oh, yes, it is.
Talk to Q or wherever. Do the stabilization mission, and presto. One of the options is...
these little tiny boosts that you can get out of there. They're 25,000... points, and it's worth it. But
and they're tradable.
Yes, they are. So I have all of my tunes doing the Omega thing. Let's see what I've got here. Don't have as many as I used to. Yeah, on this account I've only got 2 sitting here. On the other accounts I've got... oh, sorry. No, this is a different one. I've only got 2 of the 25,000s, but I think it's the not the anniversary, the First Contact has the big XP boosts on it, which is the 150,000 ones. Yeah, those are great. Pirate Scum, hi dear! So, Slingo, find somebody who's a friend, who's willing to do this with you, and you just go out and do patrols. one person. Don't go with more than one person, just one person who's got DPS so they can really do a lot of the damage and they can do it fast. And basically you're going to get to ride on their coattails to get the XP.
Yeah. Ninth role, rescue and search are the top two.
Wanted Argala still does a huge amount.
Wanted third.
And Trouble Over
so,
Turd.
Yeah. But pretty much rescue and search, ninth role, wanted. Those you're in and out relatively quickly.
Yeah, you can certainly do them on your own, but if you go in with somebody who's got a lot more firepower than you do, you'll go in and out so fast that you actually will sit there some of the time on cooldown, so that's when you'll pick up a fifth one. Hey, JB, how are you feeling? I hope you're doing better. And we need to have a discussion. I went back to Fluid Roasters, and it turns out there's a donut shop like right next door to that thing called Parlor Donuts. You should not have talked me into going to Fluid Roasters because now I have to go to Parlor Donuts too. Darn you! Darn you, young man! Yeah. It's verboten for me too. That was way too good. I'm not doing that again. Like in one day I put on 3 pounds. I'm not doing that. Well, I shouldn't be doing it. I'm not anything type diabetic, and it still isn't good for me. They were really tasty. Alright, we have room for some people if anybody wants to join us. Ew, 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 ew. Chest tube sounds so ominous. Ooh! Don't do that, please. No, please don't do that. Too many friends had to do that this year. I'm not doing that anymore. It's not permitted, JB. You may not do that. No problem, Pleiadium. Ew. Where is Nukara again? It's south. It's by Drozana. So if you need a shortcut down there, pick up Drozana or Skirmish. Either one will get you right down there. Whew, and you're back to work? Are you working from home at least? Are they being nice to you at work? I get it, but please take care of yourself. Oh, good. Good, I'm glad to hear that. So I've just had a spectacularly bad week of my sister passed away at the beginning of the week, so please no more dirt naps, anybody? It's not good. I'm running out of people. Anybody else joining us, or shall I launch something ridiculous? Everybody got quiet. Okay. Well, we will wait for you, JB. So my son has type 2 also. Citalia, where are you at this moment? Actually, I could go look and see where you're at this moment. You're in the beta quadrant. That's vague. Lexers is back. Yay! Lexers, you want to join us for some fun? Generalized fun. Shooting stuff fun. Okay, hang on a second. Are you in Twitch, Citalia? So it's in the beta quadrant. If you're in beta quadrant and you click on M to bring up the big map, in the lower left-hand corner, on the bottom line is the Baaja sector. Next to that is the Borth sector. This is in the beta quadrant, southwest corner. It's this one right here. Trying to think of things you would know where it is. Okay, so if you're in Borth, the top right-hand corner of the Borth sector, right over the EC of the word sector. Well, I just left Saul because I wanted to show Citalia where we were going. I'm just sitting outside the zone, so no worries. Use the knowledge is power transwarp to go there? Okay, that's a new one for me, Lexers. I use skirmish because it takes you there. She needed to get to Nukara. Okay, JB is in. Let me send you an invitation, JB. Wow, everybody's on tonight. Go figure. Well, the amount of times I've needed to go over to Drazana this week, I've just left that on skirmish, so it takes me right into the same location, roughly. Anybody have a preference? I can hit random.
I'm good with nearly anything.
No, Pleiadium, we were just chit-chatting about getting Citalia to Nukara. She didn't know how to get there. So, don't go anyplace. I'm going to queue us up for a random. Why I'm doing it on the ship is a really good question. No no gravity kills. If it's gravity kills, we can bail. Or something else. Let's see what happens. Okay, that was interesting. Nothing happened. Because we still have Snugglebum in there. Snugglebum. There we go. There we go. Do you think we'll finally be getting a mark boost? Not this week. Not if they didn't get it going. Weeboo?
Woo-woo.
Yeah, if it didn't happen, yes. Oh, is today Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. If it didn't happen by now, it's not going to happen this weekend. People are speculating whether or not they have someone working on the weekend. They probably have people working on the weekend to some extent, but not for something like this. My guess would be that they'll just redo the Marks boost next weekend. Or start it on Monday and run it through the weekend to make up. But to say things work differently on the weekends in Germany is an understatement. It's a different environment working over there. Or working with the German company. Lexer says, as a French Canadian, we hear a lot of things about France. I've been to France. I've never worked there. Vega underground facility. What the heck did we get pulled into? Kittimer in stasis. Oh my god. This is not one I would have ever expected. I didn't know this would even pop on a random anymore. Okay. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Ooh, thank you for the speed boost. Yeesh. Oh, it's this one. Is it this one?
Intruders detected. Defense protocols initiated.
Nope, I already came through there. Where am I going? It's down. There we go. Nope, that's up. Do I want to go up? I want to go down. Is that where we came in? Yeah, that's where we came in. Okay.
What you do not assimilate, we will destroy.
Okay, that's more up. That's not where I want to go. I am lost. What's up here? I think I'm quite lost. Let's see. This way. Let's go this way. Pleiadium, come over here. This way. There's more down over here.
Enemy detected near node Beta 2.
It's that one. One going here.
Shield power diverted from power node Beta. Enemy detected near node Alpha 3. Shield power diverted from power node Alpha 3. Intruders detected. Defense detected in node Alpha 1. Shield power diverted from power node Alpha 1. Enemy detected in node Alpha 3. Shield power diverted from power node detected Alpha 3.
Good, I died too.
Enemy detected node Beta Alpha 3. Enemy detected near node Shield power diverted from power node Beta 1. Enemy detected near node Beta 1. Enemy detected near node Shield power diverted from power node Beta 1. Enemy detected near node Alpha 2. Enemy detected shield power Alpha diverted from power node Alpha 2.
I can do this when somebody walks me through it every single time. Other than that, I'm horrible with it. Any chance we can run SB1E in private? Sure. Absolutely.
Diverted from power node Alpha 3. Resistance is futile. Enemy detected near node Alpha 2. Shield power diverted from power node Alpha 2. Enemy detected near node Alpha 3. Shield power diverted from power node Alpha 3. Enemy detected near node Beta 3. Node Alpha 3.
It's Mar Hawkman. Hi, Mar Hawkman.
Hey, whoa, what's up?
Something you like, but something I hate.
What's that?
We're doing Kittimer and Stasis. It came up on random. I thought they pulled this from randoms. No?
Actually, of the 3 original Borg ground TFOs from before the TFO system as we know it exists,
Yes.
I believe Stasis is the only one that didn't get kicked out.
Why the heck would they leave this in? Ugh.
Because the other 2 were worse.
No, okay, the other 2 are worse. Into the Hive is fine.
Yes, but I said the original 3. That was a 4th one that they added when they were converting it into the modern reputation system.
Okay. Apparently, JB, they did get them all. I didn't, that's for darn sure. Have I ever died on this one? I don't think I have. Okay, yay, now I have.
Also, jumping into the assimilation machine to kill yourself, actually doesn't accomplish anything now.
Well, I got the accolade for assimilated.
Well, okay, yes. If you just want the accolade, that's cool. But
Yeah, but I just want
unlike
the accolade.
before, it doesn't actually give you the bridge officer.
That's
not
okay.
directly.
Let's see. We got to get the
The
other
rep
one.
project
Where's the
get
other
the
one?
bridge officer.
Oh.
Although, if I remember right, the rep project is actually really cheap. So, actually, you know, I'm going to check something. I'm going to check to see what the cost of the rep project is on a new character that has never done this mission.
Graz, I'm following you because I'm absolutely lost on this map. Okay, the
Good
board
news, you
leader.
lived.
Yeah.
Matrix complete. Transformation process beginning.
This is another one of those, if you don't know exactly where you're going, you don't know where you're going.
Yeah, last time I played this, I actually noticed a few interesting visual glitches where certain parts of the scenery were blinking in and out of existence erratically.
That doesn't seem to be an issue today.
I actually saw it on your stream.
Did you?
Look at the ground plates beneath your feet as you move around.
Oh, yeah,
you see
you're right, I see it. Yeah, now I see it. Give me a clue where my Borg leader is. Oh, good. Well. So much as I was moaning and groaning about how I hate it, some of them now when they tell you way too much information, like go here, go here, go here, shoot that, I would like that on this one a little bit more. Thank you very much.
The original advanced version of the Becky TFO, I've done that. I've beaten it. Back when all you got was EDC for beating it, and a chance at getting a loot item that was actually good. I beat it way back then. A number of invisible mechanics in the original version of that is mind-boggling. Why? Well, the fail condition on it was for you to fail to rescue all of the Starfleet personnel that are in danger of being assimilated.
Right.
Thing is, the assimilation timer doesn't actually start until you enter the room, but there's an invisible trip line.
Yes, there is.
That lets the Borg know when you enter the room, and then the assimilations timer starts.
Yeah.
You don't actually need to kill the majority of the Borg in the mission.
Well,
you just kill the ones that are menacing the
It's easier
people.
now because there's better AoE stuff, but it used to be you'd have to kind of imagine where that line was and try and fire in the room from the next room.
Or if you're a melee combat master, you can actually just face tank them and just beat them with your bare hands into submission.
Lexer, shall
Granted, that was something that only a few players were actually good enough at melee combat to do back then, but it was an option.
Lexers,
often we would have one person do that.
Lexers, what tune are you on so I can invite you? Because you want to do SB1E. Go ahead.
The whole melee combat thing, you wouldn't have an entire team set up for that. However, you would have one person who could do that, who would target the people that needed to be rescued, kill just the Borg that were menacing the people needing to be rescued, while the rest of the team fights the other people in the room.
Oh, I've done it. I did it a lot. I just didn't do it very well, and I didn't like it because I would always fall into this
let's put it that way.
Stupid plasma.
Oh yeah, that stuff.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
that makes it worse.
No,
Thing is, the acid poo was actually not as bad before they did the revamp to make the Borg more dangerous, because originally the only thing the Borg had that could actually knock you into the plasma was a forced plasma bolt, and that was only the secondary fire that a handful of drones had. And half the time it would actually knock you forward and not backwards, because it would knock you in whichever direction the drone was pointing, which might actually be helpful to you. So it wasn't actually a big deal. The worst problem was when someone would have a lag spike while attempting to platform, and then the lag would cause them to fall into the acid poo.
My issue is I had fallen. JB, you're already in the party. It's just in the private party. We're going to do Defensive Star Base 1 Elite at Lexer's request. So if everybody's ready, I will hit the magic button.
Oh, is your team full?
Yep.
Okay, then.
It wasn't, but Lexer's requested this one, so I had to invite him to
the
invite him to his party. I'll need to run it on 2 more as well.
Okay, so the rep project to acquire the Borg Science Bridge Officer is 250 Omega marks. No other requirement, just 250 Omega.
Omega, like upgrades,
or I said just Omega marks.
Okay, I'm thinking Omega like in Omega.
You know,
particles,
you know those things you get 150 of every time you run ISE. Yeah, those things. it needs 250 of those.
Okay, Lexers, you want to run it on 2 tunes simultaneously. Is that what you're telling me? Once we're done with this one.
Yeah, the Borg Science Bridge Officer thing is really cheap, honestly.
Just want to confirm that's what you wanted, Lexers.
Museum Store Reclaim. I don't see a bridge officer there, but I chose this character because this character has never done stasis, so...
We're prepping for evac of non-essential personnel and civilians.
This is the last one for Palladium, so after this lectures I can invite you on both tunes.
Okay, just trying to remember which character I have that actually has the mission to go to Battle Group Omega.
God, that goes back a ways.
It's like one of my characters has the an incomplete version of the mission where you go to Battle Group Omega to claim the Borg Bridge Officer.
That is so old.
Indeed. Last I heard, it was actually possible to get to Battle Group Omega, but only on a KDF character who had a Tier 5 fleet's transwarp gate.
Oh, we got that.
You could. It used to be that everyone could use their fleet transwarp gate to go to Battle Group Omega. I know they removed it from Federation players, but they may have forgotten to remove it from KDF players.
Lexer says you get that mission nowadays once you get the Eclade, but you can't complete it.
Yeah, because you actually have to physically go to Battle Group Omega. Okay, let's see. Yeah, in progress. Let's see. Assimilation complete. Yes, I do have report to 4 of 10 on the USS Victory as a mission on this character. So, this character has the accolade required. Do I have a reclaim?
There's a break in incoming warp signature.
I do.
You may have a short amount of time.
I do see a liberated Borg male bridge officer in the reclaim list.
Nice.
Get it.
Lexer says, just like I heard Memory Alpha still exists, though we no longer have any gateway to enter it. True. True that.
Yeah, it kind of sort of still exists, kind of sort of. I genuinely don't know what the devs were actually working on, because apparently it wasn't Taco Fangs that was working on the update when it was pulled. So he can't tell me what exactly the reason was and logic behind why they didn't ever have it return to live status. He did, however, mention that the recording that I showed him of the people on the Foundry Roundtable wandering around inside it and looking at things, to him, it looked more as if it was simply a graphics engine update than genuine changes to improve it. Although he didn't exactly know what was changed, so, you know. But yeah, it's like that was one of the things that people did screwing around in the Foundry in the last few months that it was around.
I do miss the Foundry.
Using it to enter Memory Alpha, even though no other way of entering Memory Alpha existed other than Foundry Mission Preview. Trying to figure out why the lithium reclaim option is marked as unavailable.
The lithium reclaim? For what?
For the bridge officer.
Oh, okay.
It's acting like I already have it. That's what it feels like when I look at it. It's just I as far as I can tell, I just don't have it. Unless it's in my inventory somewhere. I just haven't figured out where it's hiding in my inventory. Riemann male. Human male. Human female. Is it a green quality bridge officer? No, it's blue. Human male, human male. Human female.
The Klingons are regrouping again. Get into position to prepare for the next assault.
Huh, that's weird. I don't see anywhere on this character where I actually have the bridge officer in any way.
Keep fighting.
I don't, unless I like put it in the like character bag. Wait, no, you can't drag bridge officers to your character bag.
No, you can't.
When they jump into your inventory, they're kind of like stuck there. You can't even rearrange them in your inventory.
Yeah, but did you check in your roster of unclaimed?
I started there.
Okay. I forget sometimes to look at the obvious spots.
Let's see. It's a purple quality science officer. Let's see. Yeah, I only actually have 2 purple quality science officers in my inventory. Okay, other than the Intel Vulcan and the Riemann one. Okay, so that's total of 4, I guess. But yeah. I am starting to wonder if maybe the game's flag for checking. Actually, okay, yeah, sure. That is actually a good point, Lexers. Oh wait, crap! I forgot.
What?
Certain methods of acquiring bridge officers in the game solely check to see whether you have an empty slot in your candidate roster. Solely check see if there's an empty slot in your candidates roster. Doesn't matter whether you have an empty slot in your active team or empty slots in your inventory. They just check your candidates roster, and that is full. Okay, that would explain it.
So get somebody out of your candidate roster and see if you can reclaim.
You know what? Because of the fact that I have one both in my candidate roster and my main inventory, I'm going to get rid of the Riemann guy. That's a funny. Riemann. The guy who used to be a reward from the featured episode.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Due to weirdness, years ago the devs ran a script to take items that were assigned to your character's inventory, but not actually in an inventory slot, and move all of those into inventory slots, because quite frankly, the devs didn't know why all of these items existed in the first place. Well, that made duplicates of a whole bunch of stuff.
I do remember that. All right, before we regroup for this one, I know, Lexers, you need to switch out too. Pleiadium said that was your last ride for the day. Hey, you are welcome here anytime. If you ever want to take charge and tell us what you'd like to do, let us know. And I'm going to, actually, while we're doing this, I'm going to go grab a ship that's a little more effective than this one. Yeah, I agree, JB. Let's break up the party here. And we will team in just a second.
All right, and now I can in fact claim the Borg science officer.
There you go. Let's see, who do I want to grab? Who's more effective? Give me one sec here.
Oh, and now as soon as I claimed him, it goes back to being grayed out and does not get removed from the list. Okay.
Pleiadium, you're always welcome. You can be in charge. We're totally good with that.
In case you're wondering, yes, that thing I was talking about item duplication that the devs did years ago, that's the reason why several of my characters have multiples of things like the Ophidian Cane and the Shard of Possibilities. It's hilarious seeing bridge officers use those, but usually you just, since you only have one, you're probably not going to give it to a bridge officer, probably. But if you have two of them, might as well.
Oh, no, I'll give them to him. Cliff, yes, I'm trying to get back into the Tuesday, Thursday, Friday routine. Working on it. 'Tis a work in progress. All right. Got my new version of the magical Leopleurodon. Pleurodon. Yes, I can say that word. Magical Leopleurodon. Hi, Lolo. Oh, Lolo has come to join us. And let's redo the party over here. Are those the correct ones, Lexers? Okay, beautiful. Alright, so we're... Oh, Graz, hold on a second. It may not let us do this because Graz is still here. He wants to do Defense of Starbase 1, and you're still on cooldown wherever, but oh, JB's on cooldown too. From. Lexer's, JB and Graz are both on cooldown. It's 30-minute cooldown. But yeah, we can do an ISA real quick. Everybody okay with an ISA? Do you want ISA or ISE? Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, ISA will work. No problem, JB. Take your time. Hi, little girls. My dogs are psychic. They know as we're rolling up to about 9 o'clock. They're like, it's almost time for our last time to go out and getting our SNACK. I don't need alarm clocks. I've got these two.
That does sound about right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Lexers, we have done the 3 Romulans. Actually, yeah, we have run them. Well, they were sound asleep, so I don't quite figure out how they know, but it's usually like around this time. Okay, let's hit an ISA, and then I gotta talk to my doggers. Good evening, Pax. How are you tonight? We are queuing for Infected Conduit Advanced. Wee woo?
Wee woo.
Same as usual. Yeah. You know what? I think right after this we're going to take a quick break so I can let them out and let them have their treat. Otherwise, they'll be sitting here, and then in about 2 minutes, they'll be, Mom, Mom, we're starving, Mom. Then I'll come back up here, by which point we should be ready to do our last run on Defense of Starbase 1. Providing this launches. Launch, dang you, launch!
The situation is grim.
Yeah. Grim. We got it. Do the Jedi mind trick. It always works for me.
I still like coming up with new ways to complete that whole like a grim status quote. Like, what would Klingons see as grim that is actually something that most people would not actually care about? Like all of the computers on Qonas getting hacked and being having the screens displayed in Vulcan instead of Klingon.
Oh, they'd just get mad. I don't think they'd be grim.
Additional data is available.
But yeah, it's like so like that's the sort of logic. It's just something I just find is like an amusing thought experiment, I guess.
Well, you can tell that Graz and JB are here.
This is one of those runs where if you were to do tricobalt bombing, you would set it up for the TAC cube that warps up at the end because nothing else is going to live long enough for the tricobalt mine.
And it's here. Oh, that was fun. Is there anything? What's left? There's something left? Nope. Okay.
There was something left.
Yeah.
Landing on Kobali is kind of weird because some of the things on Kobali, due to lighting 2.0, will actually make your outfit look purple because you're standing next to them, and it's just having the light shaded purple.
Pack says, this is pure Satalia for me. Did you know Devok's a fan of old Earth fairy tales? The situation is grim. Ba-dum-tish.
Indeed.
Well, I'm going to take a really quick break here to go let the hell spawn out because you can hear them. I'll be right back. And then hopefully we should be better on that cooldown. One moment. Yes, my children. Hello.
Guten Abend.
Guten Abend? Yeah. Guten Nacht. While we are waiting for Lexers to reboot, I'm going to invite Cliff in here so we can do some stuff.
Oh, I posted a parse.
Oh, did you?
Yes,
you did.
Yep.
I'm curious.
That's what the link was.
It's
Hey, Mom, I have
okay.
a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Find me in your friends list and
Yeah.
tell me what it shows you as my current location.
I'm not showing you on this account as a friend.
Oh.
Because this is... hold on. Yes, I am. Are you on Marhawkman? Because I'm showing you offline.
Really?
Yeah.
Offline completely.
Yeah. Offline completely.
That actually makes sense to me.
Okay, so the DPS on this one was 57,000. Which is... okay, but way below what we thought we were getting on it. So that's kind of nice to know.
Yeah, see, because like what I'm currently doing is I'm in Champions Online doing a daily. It used to be that Champions Online and Star Trek Online shared a chat server.
Yes.
Such that whenever one of your friends was playing Champions Online, it would tell you that they're in Champions Online. At least it wouldn't necessarily tell you what they were doing in Champions Online like it does in Star Trek Online, but it would at least tell you that they're in Champions Online.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. Do we want to run something while we're waiting for Lexers? Is that okay with everybody? Because Pirate Scum's going to leave after this mission. So, Pirate Scum, pick one, and we'll do yours. Then we'll finish up with Lexers. Yeah, no, go ahead. Lexers, take your time, because we're going to do this one, then JB's going to step out, and we'll have yours, and we can bring... Alright, Cliff's already in. It's this juggling thing that goes on. JB, pick one or I will. Gateway to Grethor. You got it. Advanced or... yeah, advanced. There's no reason to do that one on Elite, in my opinion. We are queued for Gateway to Grethor. Except, of course, that's not going to work because we still have Lexers in the party. Let's try that again.
Wee woo.
Wee woo. Yes, but Cliff, you have that for the next 3 days. So we got plenty of time to get those done. We started out the evening at 7 doing the Romulan space patrols. As many as we could before we realized they're really boring.
Only about half of them have pew pew.
No, that's not true. About 2/3 have pew pew. Because I think... don't they include... Akamar has the option to not pew pew, and one has definitely got no options to pew pew. Yeah, so they've got Akamar, Archer, Beta Lankai, Beta Thorador, Karaya, Galorndon Core, which is the one with the Gekli, Gamma Eridon, Juret, Japori, Narendra. Nequencia is the other one that doesn't have pew pew. Phoeben! I haven't done Phoeben in a long time. And Starbase 234.
I would love to tell you what Phoeben was if I could remember.
I cannot remember doing Phoeben. I'm sure I have. I just don't remember it. It's been a long time. I'll go planet side.
Okay.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
I'm gonna do that.
Those gateways are emitting intense levels of theta radiation. Close them. Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet. Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet. Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet. Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet. Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet. Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
All the bad guys disappeared.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the back. Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet. Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
15 more seconds. This is going really quick tonight. I realize it's the same amount of time as always. It's still going really quick. Question is, how long will the ship last?
The Dreadnought?
Yeah.
Very good question. That is, how quickly can I get in place? And
We have 30 seconds to get there, roughly. Get all your toys set up.
Yes, you have 30 seconds to get there, starting 12 seconds ago.
Mm-hmm. I start moving as soon as I see the timers going. Well, that answers that question. What was it? 4 seconds?
Can I say that was too damn quick?
I did get...
come on!
I was able to get one shot off. And I was ready for it.
I remember when people's favorite meme build was tricobalt bombing.
Yes.
The legend about tricobalt bombing was that people had come up with a way of creating explosions so large that they would cause lag in other instances.
Okay, that was good. It spawned right in front of me. Big mistake. Yep. Very nice. It was fun. And the party disbanded. How interesting is that? Let's see if it disbanded in private. Yeah, it did there too. That's interesting. Well, okay, Pirates Scum, you take care of yourself. Let me know if you need anything. If you do, I'm 2 hours away. I can be up there pretty quick.
Oh, Darkmom.
Just be healthy.
You said that at some point you're taking a trip. They'll be taking you through Texas.
That is the game plan. Yes. So I had planned to go to Texas this month. And I think I'm going to push it maybe a little bit later, maybe not, but not too much later. So it's going to be Texas and then back home. And then a little bit later in the year, I'm going to do the Arizona, Vegas, Utah, Albuquerque, maybe.
What part of Texas?
I'm specifically going to McAllen. South Padre Island, down there. Does that not help you? It's
no, kind of down.
Yeah, down.
The bottom tip of.
It doesn't get much more down than there. Yeah.
Yeah, any further down, you're bumping up to the border.
Yeah, exactly.
To get even more down, you need to get onto the continental shelf.
Pretty much.
Okay, so will you be taking I-35 possibly?
That's the usual way that people have been recommending. Yeah, I can speak in English.
Okay. Well, so that would probably be putting you through Oklahoma City, right?
It has in the past, yes. I actually enjoyed that trip. So there's two ways to do it, which is to go like Memphis to Dallas or Memphis to Oklahoma City. Those are the two easy ones. Have I done it the other way? Have I come through Tulsa? Oh, I take that back. Last time I did St. Louis, Tulsa, Oklahoma City, and then jogged over to Albuquerque, which is the way I will be going when I go to visit Darkthorn and Word King and 47 Alpha Tango.
Okay, well, the reason why I was asking is if you ever go through any part of Oklahoma or North Texas, if you get a chance, if you like hamburgers and ice cream,
I do, and I do.
If you can, find a Brahms.
How do you spell that?
BRAUM''S.
Okay, I've never heard
Brahms.
of it.
It's okay. It's the same name you'll see on the brand of ice cream. They have actual like chain stores in certain locations.
Yeah, it's a regional. Think of it as a Baskin Robbins meets a good.
No, you know what it looks like? It looks like a Culver's, which is our version up here. It's different, but the same idea. It's ice cream and killer burgers.
Yes.
Really good ice cream.
Really good ice cream, really good hamburgers.
Ooh. They've got like a grocery store too. Oh yes, we are definitely going there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to find one.
So in other words, we don't have to twist your arm at all.
No, that's
to do that.
Oh, and they've got one right in McAllen. Oh gosh, perfect.
Another thing you maybe do is see if you can find a grocery store that has bison burger.
You know, we have good bison up here. I love bison. It is beefiest of beef in terms of flavor. Yeah.
Well, I used to live in Colorado, and in Colorado, easy to find. Sure, it's more expensive than beef, but hey, whatever, it's worth it.
Yeah, beef's like what, $20 a pound. It's not on my menu. All right, we're gonna do one last run here with a pair of Lexers. This is gonna be an SB1E. Grouse, you up for it?
Sure.
Okay. Hopefully we're all off cooldown. Oops. Okay. I just has to go grab the right tunes.
It looks like there aren't any in McAllen.
Oh, I hit McAllen. And it showed me in there. Maybe it was just showing me where McAllen was. That's okay. I could probably find some on the way.
Well, yeah. I know that there's several in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and if you go to that particular, go through there, you're definitely going to be possibly driving near quite a few.
Oh yeah, it looks like they're heavily focused in a certain area.
Well, the reason why I bring it up is it's an Oklahoma-based company, and they don't. The main farm where they do all the dairy is probably about 30 miles from where I live.
Oh, really?
Really? So, and they want to maintain a decent supply chain, meaning that
Mm-hmm.
You're probably going the furthest away is probably going to be like a day's travel from for a semi truck.
Okay.
Which is usually about 10 hours.
Yeah, most. No worries. I will definitely find them. I'll find an excuse to find them. It's food. I like food.
You need food to eat. So you can't just go to a different state without having food.
Oh, half the fun of going around places to eat food. So this one is that one, Lexers? And this other one, oh, that's the other spelling of it. Okay. You either live to eat or eat to live, depending on people. I love to eat. Well, I've sent you both invitations there. Food is good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, if you're traveling to another region and they have a well-known type of food, and something that in the realm of you might eat, give it a try. It's like, yeah, if I ever visit New York City, yeah, I might rib them about their pizza, but hey, at least I'm going to give it a try because I've never had true New York pizza.
Let me just confirm this real quick with Lexers. Defensive Starbase 1 Elite, correct, Lexers? Defensive Starbase 1 Elite. Good. Okay, and it's private queue, so it'll just pop. What's weird is when I went to New York, I was so unimpressed with the food. It was ridiculous.
See, one thing someone told me about food in places like DC and New York is that there's a lot of food there.
Yeah.
Many people selling food there. So many people, in fact, that good luck figuring out which ones are actually the good places to eat if you're in local.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I like places that've got small... Brooklyn. Amazing food, but 99% of it is the mom and pop place around the corner. So our landlord told us, oh, go here, and in my name drop, Patrick Stewart's wife is like, oh, go here, and other people are just, oh, go here, and it's all that kind of food, and it was just amazing.
I used to live in the DC area, and a few years back, I visited for a few days because I had business that I needed to be taken care of, and it had been years since I'd been there, almost 10, I think. But I had enough memory of what the place was like to be able to be like, I wonder if this place is still open.
Yeah.
And then be like, and just like go over there. It's like, well, this isn't exactly what I was expecting to eat, but hey, whatever, close enough.
I have to go back to Chicago in about 6 weeks. And since I'm going to be there at night and have to spend the night, it's like, oh, I wonder if this place is still open. And since I'm there the next day for first 2 meals of the day, it's, I wonder if this place is still open. There's going to be a lot of checking out old restaurants. Because I think after this trip, I don't go back more than once a year. We'll see.
Because, like, in my case, though, is that one of the places that I went to eat most often was a place called the Fashion Center Mall at Pentagon City. Not what I would personally consider to be an inexpensive place to eat because it's a mall, but I knew I knew that it was a place that had certain, shall we say, mom and pop style places that had good enough food that it would be worth the 30 minutes or so that it would take to actually get there. That, and I was curious to see whether the date palms were still there, and sadly they were not. I do not know whose idea it was to plant date palms in that mall, But apparently, at some point, the people running the mall decided to get rid of them.
That happens. Cliff, there was no button. That's why you didn't miss it. We launched a private queue, so it just went magically.
Now, how familiar are you with date palms?
I have seen them, but not very.
How many places do you know of that have a, shall we say, large enough interior to grow them indoors?
Probably Woodfield Mall and Mall of America would be the two places I could think of off the top of my head.
Well, the Fashion Center Mall at Pentagon City is a weirdly designed place because it's a relatively small footprint for a mall.
Okay.
This relatively small footprint, however, means that it has a three-story interior space.
Yeah.
So it has this big old vaulting roof that, with a ceiling that's like, I'm not sure how high it is, but there's 3 levels of mall inside there and a little bit of space above that. That is a lot of space for trees to grow. And it actually had date palms properly fit inside the mall.
Wow.
Oh, actually, that kind of reminded me of a mall here in Oklahoma City where, yeah, it's only a 2-story mall, but there's a section of it that's huge. Just like the center area is like, you could easily fit like several trees, full grown or nearly full grown trees, and they still wouldn't touch the roof.
Wow. Well, Woodfield, in its heyday, could have done that in the center area, and they used to have a giant Christmas tree, but nothing like real trees in there. And I haven't been there in 5-6 years, so I have no idea. They were always renovating it and changing things. And no, they did not have interesting food after, like, 10, 15 years ago. Went to all the standard food court type things. Nothing fun.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the specific reason why I went to the Fashion Center Mall. Foreign food.
What kind of
this
foreign food?
This is near Washington, D.C., but not actually inside Washington, D.C. The area has a lot of Asian cuisine.
Yeah.
And when I say Asian cuisine, I mean like legit Thai food.
Yeah.
Made by people who were born in Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's like Washington D.C. The only other city that has a larger foreign influence, at least decent population size, would be New York City. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like a lot of people from those countries come in for NBC political stuff. Yeah. So that means that you have a lot of.
Back in the day,
a lot of demand.
Motorola had a huge complex in, I think it was Schaumburg or Rolling Meadows, and they brought in thousands of engineers from Japan. And they, of course, brought their families in, and all of a sudden we get unbelievable Japanese cuisine. It's just standard. And that's still there. The people have long gone because Motorola shut down. Oh, the food. Oh my god, the food. We have a great Thai restaurant that's, well, we have quite a few of them, but mostly mom and pop shops. But there's a really nice one in Carmel, so I don't know, 15 minutes away. But it's one of those things where you sit down and you order the food, and the waitress, who's like the daughter of the mom, will say, "No, you don't want that." "Oh, okay, you want this." "Okay." "And how spicy do you want?" "No, I'm a wuss, I don't want spicy." And she goes, No, you want it this spicy. I'm bringing you what I want you to eat."
I was one of those people who's like, yes, you have a good spice on your food. Oh, excellent. And they just like give you like, oh, you want to try the extra spicy stuff. Sure, here you go.
No, I always tell them I'm a wuss, and they're like, no, you're not. We'll bring you something. And we get done. Do you want dessert? No. Okay, we're bringing you this. Sticky rice and mango, for example. And of course, she's always right. It's always good. It has a clever name like the Pad Thai restaurant. Okay, unoriginal. Really good food. But Indianapolis, while it's got really good food, isn't like Chicago that's got amazingly diverse, really good food. I know what I don't have on the ship is a lot of good heals.
Yeah, one thing that I came to recognize while I used to live there, that most people don't really have the ability to, the smell of lychee fruit. It's not something that's commonly seen outside of the countries that it originates from.
Really?
Because it smells. Yeah, I'm just going to say that it has a distinctive odor that most people find unpleasant.
Huh. I guess I must smell it funny then, because it's fine. Who's ever making the Thulka sounds? I like those. I don't know what that is, though.
What?
There's a sound effect. It sounds like in the reboot movies, the launch sound, when it goes to warp, there's a cloop sound to it.
You know, when you said reboot, I thought of something else. But that's probably because of the fact that I'm playing Champions Online and not Star Trek.
There you go. Well, that'll teach you to do that. Well, did that work for you, Lexers? Did you get what you needed out of that one? Perfect. Well, with that, I'm going to get the heck out of here. Let's go see if anybody's on that we can go raid real quick. Dun, 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 dun. I have to go check that when I'm done here. Thank you button. I can spell. Oh, Green-Eyed is on. We're going to go raid Green-Eyed. We haven't talked to him in forever. So we are raiding Green-Eyed Furs, who used to be in a fleet with me, might still be in one of our fleets. Good old friend. Have a wonderful evening, everybody, and I'll be playing all weekend long. Don't know if we'll be streaming, but for sure we'll be playing. Take care, be safe, and we'll talk to you later. Da, 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 da.